Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Satchidananda Rupaya Vishwotpatyadi Hetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha Shri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha Shri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha. Among the seekers it is seen that या कुछ ब्लॉक कर रहा है क्या? Among the seekers it is seen that there is a confusion. Which path of yoga is conducive to me? Which path should I practice? Should I do karma yoga? Should I do bhakti yoga? Should I do jnana yoga? Should I do kundalini yoga? Should I do kriya yoga? Should I do eating the head yoga? So, in the end, as our Swamiji says, simple rule, best yoga is don't twist the body, straighten the mind. The mind must be at peace. Yena kena prakarena. And for that, only one thing is required, and that is your resolve, your decision, your resolve within your heart that I am going to commit to it. That is the topic that we did today. This is part of the chapter 12. And once the resolve is made, then actions automatically follow. Once you are resolved that I am awake, then waking happens. Once you are resolved that you are hungry and you need to eat, then whatever you will do, it doesn't matter where the food comes from, you will work, go after it, activity will happen. Once you are resolved that you are going to take care of the family, it is your responsibility, it is a resolution that you are the head of the family, whether it is man or woman, it doesn't matter. But once you are resolved, then automatically all actions to satisfy, to bring that resolution to happen, all actions continue after that. Similarly, our problem is, even though there are so many choices in the various practices, we have not resolved what we want in life. That is where the problem is. Do we want, if you have a buffet in front of you, what do you want to eat? You went to the food court for what? For food. But when you see so much variety of food in front of you, then what happens?
Greedy.
Either greedy, ये भी सब दबाओ, सब कुछ दबाओ. And for children, Mummy, मैं ये खाऊं, Mummy, can I take that? Mummy, can I take that? Mummy, should I take that? Mummy, should I not take that? What? And some other kids, beta, so much variety is there. I am not interested in. He wants only that which is not in that buffet. See, why? He is not hungry. So the more we come close to ourselves, the more we come to make a decision that I am going to commit. I don't know what the answer is, but I am going to commit. Then solutions start appearing in front of you. And similar was the case in Arjun, who came in front, who is standing in front of Lord Bhagwan Krishna, and Bhagwan has just shown him the Vishwarup Darshan, and after Vishwarup Darshan, Arjun is looking again, when the doubt comes, when you see so many answers from chapter 2 till now, Bhagwan has been answering the questions. So Arjun is thinking, oh man, I can sort everything that I have doubt about, I can sort. But the problem is, he doesn't know what he has doubt about. As Krishna Bhagwan is unfolding the path of in front of him, with everything that is presented to him, it triggers a question in his mind. Something like that happens to us also. Otherwise, where do you think of so many questions? You ask questions when you are listening to satsang. In your mind, some questions get triggered because of what you hear. The same thing is happening to Arjun, and he asks in the chapter 12. Why we are doing chapter 12? Because last 4 days we have been doing chapter 12, and I have been asked, let's conclude it, fast forward, and I'm going to just do a overview of chapter 12. And here Arjun, he says in the first verse, Arjuno vacha evam satata yukta ye bhaktan swam paryupasate ye chapyaksharam avyaktam tesham ke yoga vittamaha. There are two types of devotees, Arjuna says. One is who is worshipping the Saguna Sakar Lord, and the other is who is worshipping the Nirgun Nirakar. Sagun Sakar is with form, Nirgun Nirakar is without form. He says, see, this is where distinction. He says, which one is better? Which one is greater? And if you want to know what is Sagun Sakara and what is Nirgun Nirakar, go to Yoga or Devotion lecture number 1, 4 days ago. You can hear it on the YouTube. So, in detail we have explained there. And this question can be for us also. We do a little bit of Gyan, we study Vivek Chudamani, we study some Upanishads, and suddenly we are inspired. Nirgun Nirakar Upasana, Brahman ko pakadenge. I am Brahman, Aham Brahmasmi. But that is the question here. Arjun says, which is better? With the form or without the form? So Krishna Bhagwan is answering him immediately, without any delay. Shri Bhagavan Vacha, simple, straight. Maya veshamano ye mam nitya yukta upasate shraddhaya parayopetaha te me yukta tamamataha. He says, those who fix their mind on me, worship me, are steadfast in their contemplation on me, and have supreme faith, are the most perfect yogis in my opinion. On me, when he says, Bhagwan is not saying Sagun or Nirgun. He is saying on me. Bhagwan is Nirgun Nirakar also. Bhagwan is Nirgun... Sagun Nirakar also. Who is Sagun Nirakar? Ishwar is Sagun Nirakar. Then he is Sagun Sakar also. So he is all three. So here he is not, for him, in the entire Bhagavad Gita, he has taken different positions. Somewhere he has said, I am Sagun Sakar. Somewhere he has said, I am the Nirakar with attributes. And somewhere he has said, I am without attributes and without form. I am the absolute truth. And when he shows the Virat Roop to Arjun, he is not showing Nirgun Nirakar Roop. What is he showing? He is showing Sagun Sakar. He is showing form with attributes. So understand, so he says, anyone who fixes their mind on me, that is a big problem. We don't want to fix we don't want to fix our mind onto the Lord. We only want to question why this is not happening, why that is not happening. I did this, I did that. Why it is these problems are coming? Why my mind is disturbed? Why am I depressed? Why am I sad? Why am I having ulcers in my mind, not in the mouth? Huh? So in this way, we only have questions, but we don't want to work on the solution. Solution is very simple. Fix your mind on me. Keep it steady there. Keep it fixated there. But we don't want to do it. And this particular point, Bhagwan has said in 2nd chapter, 7th chapter, 6th chapter, 9th chapter, so many different places Bhagwan has again and again said, apply your mind to me, give your mind to me, surrender your mind to me. If you think of me continuously, I will take care of, to the exclusion of everything else, I will take care of all your, what you need and what you have. We hear all this, we appreciate all this, but our appreciation is not with clarity. Why? Because we have never seen God. We have seen God in temples. We have seen God hanging on the walls. But we have not seen God. So we still doubt to commit. That if I commit, करेंगे क्या वो? Because so many people are asking these questions. That means some other people have committed 30, 40 years to doing japa, to remembering, doing the puja. They are still asking these questions. Should I start and waste my 30, 40 years? They haven't had vision of God. So they have not had vision of God. God hasn't solved their issues in life. God has not given them darshan. And if I commit to it, then मैं ना घर का ना घाट का फिर. Neither I am of this world doing my duties, neither I am of God's, because I am falling short in what is required, because I can't see anyone. I have not come across anyone who has realized God. And even if I say that I have come across saints and sages, even if I come across saints and sages, and they say that they have realized God, I only see the siddhis. I haven't seen God. I see the powers that they can exhibit, but I have not seen God. Therefore, somewhere in our heart, we have a big doubt. I'm just giving you some data, but there is much more data which you can think about, because of which we are not committing to the divine. Otherwise, committing to the divine, making a firm resolve in our mind. Oh, come here. Now you know you are mine. You put mala on me. Now you're mine. I'm taking you to Australia. Okay? Okay. Okay. Mummy, bye-bye. Come, sit down. So, कहाँ थे हम? Keep it here. So we are not committing ourselves because of these fears, wrongly placed fears, but they are fears nonetheless, isn't it? कहीं ना कहीं तुम भी योगा कर रहे हो. You are all studying, doing such. What are you bringing? One more. It will not go in my head, yeah. My head is too big. Show, open. Okay, put it here. Roll it. Hold it. Hold one side. Okay. वेदांत का मुजरा. क्या thoughts are there? You understood what I said? If you didn't understand, very good. Come in, come in. I'm waiting for you. हाँ तो कहीं somewhere in our heart and mind we have this deep fear that if I commit to the Lord completely, I will not. And what if after committing I don't realize God? I have not lived my life also, and I have not realized God also. So life wasted. How many people have this question, have had this doubt sometime or the other?
Many times.
Many times, isn't it?
That's the reason most of the people, they don't fully commit to
Yes, so that's what I'm just
because the
saying.
reason they
I'm
don't
just
witness the God. That's
I'm
because
just saying what is going on in everyone's mind. So to sort this out, we have to study Bhagavad Gita. If you study Bhagavad Gita yourself, if you take this verse yourself, or the first verse yourself, or the second or third verse, you study by yourself, take anyone's commentary, nowhere in Bhagavad Gita will be written what I just told you. This is observation. And Bhagavan knows everyone's mind. So he is saying, commit man, commit. Make a resolve. Not just a resolve, make a firm resolve in your mind. And so here he says, Maya Vesha Mano Yamam Nitya Yukta Upasate. Place your mind in me, Nitya Yukta Upasate, and keep it yoked to me, Shraddhaya Paryopeta, and also with faith, contemplate on me, with supreme faith. And such yogis are the perfect yogis in my opinion. Having said this, he goes to he continues. He doesn't allow Arjun to speak in between. Bhagavan has enough, one question enough. I will answer now. Because the teacher in Krishna wants to pour out his entire knowledge into the mind of Arjun. Because he has made Arjun the vessel, and through him, or through Arjun, he is directing us in life. So he could have given Bhagavad Gita to anyone, but did he give Bhagavad Gita to anyone? Only to Arjun. He gave Uddhav Gita. That is, all topic is similar, but not in such a vast array. So here he says in the third and the fourth verse, Ye tvaksharam nirdeshyam avyaktam paryupasate sarvatra gamachintyam cha kutastam achalam dhruvam sanniyamya indriya gramam sarvatra samabuddhayah te prapnuvanti mameva sarvabhuta hite rataha. Those who worship the imperishable, those who worship the attributeless nirgun nirakar tattva, the one which is undefinable, the one which is avyakta, which is unmanifest, the one which is sarvatragam, which is pervading everywhere, omnipresent, achintyam, which is beyond thinking or incomprehensible, then and it is unchanging and immobile, it is constant, and we can come to know that by restraining all our senses and remaining samabuddhaya, by remaining equanimous in all circumstances. Such people also come to me. Before he said that those who place their minds, the Bhashyakars, they say, the previous verse was for the person who is committed to Saguna Sakar. We are Jnana Yogis or Bhakti Yogis? Don't divide yourself. You are everything. Okay? Because so Sagun Sakar, if you listen to the first lecture on this 4 days ago, Sagun Sakar is easy. Why? You have something to hold on to. You have some form. You have Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. Your senses are engaged in something. When your senses are not engaged in something, what happens to you? You go to sleep. Simple as that. So if you are saying Nirgun Nirakar, I don't want to hold on any form. I don't want to hold on any form. Is Nirgun Nirakar. Where is your attention? I'm asking. Where is your attention? If your attention is not on some form, then where will be your attention? It will be on emptiness. We are talking about God, not our thoughts. We are talking about God being Sagun and God being Nirgun. So when there are no forms and no attributes, no qualities, your mind is empty. Empty mind, according to Britishers, is devil's workshop. But according to Vedanta, empty mind is the divine mind. But we don't know that. Why we don't know that? Because our commitment to the name and form is so much that when the forms are gone from our mind, immediately we go to sleep. Otherwise, if you remain awake at night when your mind is going to sleep, you are one with the divine, you are one with the Paramatma, you are one with Brahman. Really? It's that simple? Yes. Now try to be awake. Try to remain awake every night. Catch the sleep. Right now you are thinking you are sleeping. Actually, mind is sleeping. You are watching. That's why you say, I had a good sleep. Who said that? Someone must be watching. That's you. That's the real you who's watching. So anyway, point that I'm making here is, it is very easy for the devotee to place his mind, if he makes a commitment, makes a resolve, to think of the Lord with form. And when he sees the Lord with form, as he starts thinking about him, applying himself towards him, thinking, contemplating on him, chanting his name, whichever way he's doing it, slowly, the resolve that he has made is, I am God's and God is mine. There is no difference between us. And in this frame of his mind, with this resolution, he is committing himself to the divine. Whereas a Nirgun Nirakar Upasak, what is he thinking? He is not thinking about God. He has got emptiness in front of him. So, what is emptiness for him? For him, emptiness is not reality. Because where your mind is empty, there you are. But that is not happening to him. So, to get to that point, he is continuously trying to overcome the Prakriti. Prakriti has two ways it expresses. What is that? Manifestation and unmanifestation. Manifestation is this waking and dream. Unmanifestation is deep sleep, also at the total level. So continuously this is going on. And his law, so he wants to overcome Prakriti. And therefore, you see in the path of knowledge, it is, I am not the world, I am not the body, control your senses, control your mind, I am not the breath, I am not the Panch Koshas, then who am I? Again question. Answer hai. Because you are answer to yourself. But for him to till his body identification is there, till then, for the Nirgun Nirakar Upasak, it becomes a long journey to bring about that conviction that when everything is taken away from Tyage Naika Mritatva Manashu, when everything is taken away from his mind, to come to this, even though he has made a resolution, still to come that I am all that there is, it is very difficult. People can go into samadhi You can watch your breath and go to samadhi. You can do a bit of japa and go to samadhi. Many other ways are there. But after you come out, the wife is still there, the world is still there, the job is still there, the problems are still there. For that 1 hour, half an hour, 15 minutes that you were in meditation, everything was zero. And so if you ask someone who has gone into meditation, where were you? I was in meditation. And what did you do? What was your experience? Nothing. I was. See? Half of them don't, if they say, I don't know, some of them say, I don't know. So if they say, I don't know, understand, they have perfected the Gadha yoga or horse yoga. What is that? Sitting straight and going to sleep. That's all. If you don't know where you were, it is all that you have achieved. You must know everything that is going on around. So what is happening? Why you are not knowing? Because lay has taken place. But for devotee of the Lord, he is starting with the God. His sadhana is nothing but remembering the Lord, and his conclusion is being one with the Lord. So Lord is the beginning, Lord is the means, and Lord is the destination. And he has something to hold on to. So as he goes on that journey, he sees the whole world also nothing but the expression of the Lord alone. So he doesn't try to control his senses, he doesn't try to control his mind, he doesn't try to go to a cave, he doesn't try to go and study the scriptures. All he wants to do is keep increasing his proximity to the Lord and eventually merge into him, because he has made a resolution. Whether you take Jnaneshwar Maharaj, whether you take Kanho Patra, whether you take our Gora Kumbhar, Namdev Maharaj, all these Mahatmas, they never studied scriptures. They never studied scriptures. But God presented them. For whom did Vithala come and stand on he threw the stone, that young boy, Pundalika. Did he study scriptures? All for him, Vitthal was Sakha, isn't it? And in that merging with the Sagun Sakar, Bhagavan is all knowledge, Satchidanand Swarup, that quality starts expressing through the devotee also. I have seen people, and I know, not only seen, there is one good friend of mine, Swami Yogananda, and he has taken initiation. All he did was, every year for, I don't know for how long, for 108 times, 108 times he has done 108 parayanas of वो दत्तात्रेय की जो पुस्तक आती है ना, गुरुचरित्र. And I have not done that, but I have studied in the ashram. But when we go have a chat and we discuss, only by reading Gurucharitra, 108 parayanas of 108 times, all knowledge has come to him. All knowledge. And just by chance I went to Gangapur once, and he said, yeah, come, please come. And I just reached, and I was in one chawl he was staying, and one room he had hired, and he was doing his parayan. And I took shower, got ready, took bath in the river, came back, and I was sitting in meditation. And he came, please come sir, bulaya. मैंने कहा क्या हो गया? And he came, that Swami ji, and he is doing my satkar. मैंने कहा क्या हो गया भाई satkar? I am like you only, you don't have to do any satkar of me. He's touching my feet. He's also Swami. He says, no, you don't understand. I said, no, I don't understand. Why? He says, today my 108 parayanas of 108 times studying Guru Chatra complete, and you have come into my life. And that too, he didn't ask me. I don't know him. I just went with someone, and they said our Swamiji is there. I'll take you there, and we went there. देखो ऐसे होता है. तो सगुण साकार उपासना एंड निर्गुण निराकार उपासना. सगुण साकार is easier. Nirgun nirakar is, it will also take you to the truth, but it has got many more pitfalls, because ego is there. I have to control my senses, I have to control my mind, I have to give zero value to the creation, manifest or unmanifest. So in that I is continuously there. Whereas for a devotee, he has made from beginning, he has given up his I. He knows God is me and me is God. I is God. Now only that realization has to happen, and he commits himself to the Lord. And in this manner, these are the third and the fourth verses. Now Bhagwan comes to the fifth verse, and he says to Arjun, where are we here? क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखम् देहवद्भिरवाप्यते. I have already explained to you this, the difficulty in following the discipline of those whose minds are attached to unmanifest is greater, for the unmanifest is hard to reach by the body conscious beings. अगर मेडिटेशन में तुम बैठे हो, what are you contemplating on? Aham Brahmasmi. And from there, one ball comes and bounces against the window and makes the sound. Nothing broke. And you come out of. What were you contemplating on? Aham Brahmasmi. And now what are you doing? Screaming away at them at the top of your voice. You watch, those who are doing japa are the most angry people. If their japa gets disturbed because of clanking of the pots or whistle of the hot water, क्या बोलते kettle, या छोटा बच्चा कोई, and they scream, they become so intolerant. They will not get up at 5 o'clock when everyone is sleeping. They will get up when everyone has to take shower, and they are doing japa and meditation. अरे किसको बनाने जा रहे हैं? So here Bhagwan is saying it is difficult for those who are body conscious. When a devotee has taken the world to be nothing but the manifestation of God himself, so in that world, his body, breath, mind, intellect, his panchakoshas also are included. So he doesn't give a damn about these panchakoshas also. His attention is not on the body, not on the breath, not on the mind. His attention is only on applying himself to the Lord. That's all. Again and again and again. उसी में उसका काम तमाम हो जाता है. Continuing, now Bhagwan, having said this, gives here he says in the 6th verse, ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्पराः अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्त उपासते. But those who worship me, surrendering all actions to me, regarding me as the supreme goal, meditating on me with single-minded devotion, they come to me. Simple as that. Apply karo. This is for the devotees it is told. And all these points are great. Sarvani karmani. So all your actions have to be surrendered at the Mai Sanyasya. Offer to me. Don't take ownership of any action. So you were asking me. So in the work, either you fight with them, those who are against you, or you see that all these challenges are coming your way so that you can develop that ability not to be disturbed by them. We have two choices, always. We are always at the crossroads. One is the easy way, one is the difficult way. Choose the difficult one. See? Ananya naiva yogena mam dhyayanta upasate, and keep any way which way you can, you remember me and contemplate on me or meditate on me. Bhagwan is telling us through Arjun. And then he says, Teshamaham samudharta mrityu sansara sagarat bhavami nachirat partha maya veshita chetasam. And to those people, those devotees whose mind is fixed on me, I straight away, Teshamaham samudharta, those who are holding on to me as their only refuge, as their only way out of this creation, as their only way out of all the difficulties and challenges. He says, I uddharta mrityu sansara sagar. I raise them above the relative world. And what is relative world? Birth and death. We think every child which is born is so wonderful, it is so beautiful. Which child born is beautiful, yaar? After a few months it looks beautiful. पहले तो एकदम अगली दिखता है. पैदा होते ही किसी का स्किन ठीक नहीं होता, किसी का कलर ठीक नहीं होता, बाल नहीं होते, till the food goes in, then फिर थोड़ा चमचम लगने लगता है वो. But early first few weeks he is not. And where did he come from? We think, oh, we are holding on to him in the womb and everything. It's hell inside the womb. The urine, the fecal matter, the digestive juices, in that he is continuously dubki lagate ja raha hai. He is turning around and round and round. That is not. And there he knows, oh, in this life, I don't want to take birth again. Once I come out, next life will be no life for me. I am going to realize myself. But the moment he comes out, again he gets caught up, again he performs karmas, again he creates impressions, and again he makes sure that he gets another life. तो एक तरीके से अच्छा है, he forgets because he has remembered. In the womb the child remembers all the past lives. You know that? Really? In the womb, the child remembers all the past lives and he knows how difficult it was to go through all of them. And he makes a resolve not to make this one the last one. But फिर बाहर आके again get lost. And in this way, Bhagwan is saying, but those who have, even after birth, see, we gave the example of Prahlad. He was fixated on the Lord. Those who fix their mind on me, he fixed his mind on the Lord in the womb itself.
Yeah.
In Kayadu's child was our Prahlad. In the womb itself, he was listening to the Lord's name. Where Narad Muni was chanting Om Vishnave Namah, Om Narayanaye Namah, and he was the vibration of such a great saint coming to him, prenatal education. A Rakshasic yoni, even born in a Rakshasi yoni, Asuric yoni, he has turned himself into a. So, what do you expose yourself to on a daily basis? Are you exposing yourself to various serials? Are you exposing your mind to the ghost stories on the Netflix or the novels? Or are you intoxicated in remembering and taking the name of the Lord again and again? It must increase if we want salvation. That is, if you are enjoying the suffering, then continue. Then we can't do anything. But if we are searching for salvation, we are searching for a way out, if we are searching for continuous happiness even while living in this relative world, it is possible. But that is the only way is surrender yourself to the Lord. And here he says that what does he do? Mrityu sansara sagarat. That this sansara sagarat, the only truth in this world is death. Everything that comes into creation comes with an expiry date. You also come with the expiry date. I also come with the expiry date. Everything that comes into manifestation has an expiry date, including Brahmaji. he has an expiry date. See? What is his expiry? Expiry date means what here? The matter has an expiry date. You as a consciousness have got no expiry date. Waker has an expiry date means he becomes unmanifest, then the dreamer comes, then dreamer becomes unmanifest. Everything is dying. Every moment everything is dying. Your breath is dying, your thoughts are dying, your cells are dying, the time is dying, next moment is coming every moment, isn't it? You're surrounded by death. From this death, I raise you above. Bhavami nachirat partham, and I do it instantaneously, those who are committed to me. And who are these people who are committed to me? Maya veshita chetasam, those who have placed their mind, themselves, and continuously thinking only about me. And in this way, in the 8th verse now, Bhagwan takes Arjun as and gives him a commandment. Mayeva mana adhatsva, mayi buddhim niveshaya, nivasishyasi mayeva, atha urdhvam na sanshaya. He looked at the eyes of the Arjuna who had some doubts. Yaar, ye kuch zyada bol gaye aap. Do this. He said, no, have no doubt. Arjun, mayeva mana adhatsva. Oh, yoke your mind to me. And mayi buddhim niveshaya. And place your intellect in me. And when you talk about mana and buddhi, why two words are used? Again, in detail, I explained in yesterday's class. Mind is where the love is. And intellect is where the faith is. Love can change. Today I love Krishna, tomorrow I love Ram. Why? Krishna did not do what I want, Ram did. Then Ram, first time he does, second time he doesn't do anything, we change it to Devi. Then when Devi doesn't, she wants lot of seva. Then which Devi? So many Devis are there. So we go to Shivji, Bhole Baba. So Shivji, you apply your mind a little bit, he helps you. And our love for gods keep changing. So not like that. And that mind by nature is fickle. And therefore its commitment to something will keep changing. Its attraction towards something will keep just. Today this is attracting, next is something. अभी यहाँ पे भी इसमें से this is tough, this is soft. I think this is better one. है दोनों वही. तो वैसे हो जाता है. But when buddhi becomes convinced, when we have faith in the Lord, not just love for the Lord, we have faith in the Lord, then we trust the Lord. And what does he say? Yoga kshemam vahamyaham. What did he say before? I will make you rise above the mrityu sansara sagarat. This is his commitment. We read it, but we don't believe it. Because we have, how I began the talk today, we have doubt, this fellow is there or not there. See? So, यहाँ पे भगवान is saying, place your mind in me and place your faith in me. Nivasishyasi mayeva ato urdhvam na sanchaya. And if you place your mind and intellect, that means your love, instead of the world, you love me. Instead of having trust in your abilities to work in this world and achieve things, you have trust and faith in my abilities, that I will deliver it for you. Do it. Experiment with it. You got, so everyone thinks they're going to live forever. At least next 10 साल तो कहीं नहीं गए, 20 साल कहीं नहीं गए. Do an experiment for 6 months, but do it 100%. फिर देखो मजा. Your whole orientation towards life will change. So he says, do not doubt this. And once you apply your mind and fix your intellect in me, thereafter you live in me entirely, and there is no doubt about it. And once you start living in the Lord, merged in the Lord, what will be your view? of the world? It will be that of the Lord, isn't it? It will be that of the Lord. What is the view of the Lord towards the world? I am everywhere. I am inside everywhere. I am outside everywhere. There is no place in this world where I am not. The world is not inside me. The world is not outside me. It is me. Understand? This will be the devotees, his experience will be also the same. Such devotees are called saints. Apply nahi karna hai. Instead we will do anushthan. I will do 18 malas, I will do 20 malas. Karo, no doubt. But add bhav to it. Add a resolve to it. Add the idea that I want to merge in him, not just keep taking the name. Because after some time it will become mechanical. So after this dictate to Arjun that you place your mind, have no doubt in me, because then you will become one with me. You will be one with me, not become, be one with me. Then he continues in the next, how many verses are there? कहाँ गया यार? आ जाओ. Then he says, अथ चित्तं समाधातुं न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम् अभ्यासयोगेन ततः मामिच्छाप्तुं धनञ्जय. But if, see, Bhagwan is very compassionate. Today's topic, these verses we took today, and I'm going to just tell you in short. And what is the thing? If you find placing your mind and intellect in me and merging in me difficult, I'll give you another option. And this is the option. What is the option? If you are unable to fix your mind steadily on me, then repeatedly try to reach me by constant practice of yoga, divine name, etc. Do some exercise. Kundalini yoga, Kriya yoga, Bhakti yoga, Nam jap, watching your breath, somehow seva. Do something. And for my sake, and having God as its aim, and then that is the next. And what is this told here? It is told abhyasa yogena. Constant practice, constant interaction with the divine is required. Some who are very, very calm, peaceful, collected, not too many desires in the mind, not too many issues in their life. Why? Because of their previous karmas. For them, first one will be very easy. See, all these professors and all, they are very, very intelligent people, isn't it? Educated people. I'm not saying only professors, doctors also, and you people also. You have studied very well to be where you are. Then why does it take you so long to understand this? Why does it take you so long to shift and apply your mind and intellect to the Lord when He is giving you assurance? It's only question of one click. एक ही बार अभ्यास करते रहो. If the child who is learning to walk, yesterday I was at someone's house, and there are 3 daughters. The middle daughter, she is about 5-6 years old. She taught the 7-month-old child how to climb 2 steps. Yesterday, she taught the child to climb. She is doing it herself, and that small baby is following. Already 7 months, and she, what do you call? Crawling everywhere. And she taught her how to climb 2 steps. And the father came back from work, and he's upstairs, and he hears someone calling. He goes on the top of this staircase. The child has, all by itself, it has reached on the top. And he screamed, "Arey baap re, ye kahan sa?" And then the young, I taught her. She's proudly saying, I taught her, not knowing the consequences. See? So that child has no doubt. Even if that child slipped from the first step, second step, while learning to walk, it falls down so many times. It doesn't allow a doubt to enter its mind that I will never walk in my life. Correct, na? How many times we allow the doubt to come in our mind? I think I should change the job because people are like this. I think we should move away from this society because the neighbors are like this. I think I should change the school because students are like this. कहाँ भागोगे? I think I should move to another country. Why? Because India is like this. When यहाँ पे, no, I think I should move back to India. But where will you run? Wherever you run, there you are. Wherever you run, there you are. So if it is in your destiny to go to different countries, that is a different matter. But how much are we going to keep running away from ourselves? That is the question. So here is the solution. Which one? 8th verse. If you are not able to place your mind and intellect in the Lord and merge it, if you are not able to do it because your resolve was not firm. If resolve is not firm, then practice. Abhyasa yogena. If abhyas is not, then Bhagavan says, if you are not able to do constant practice, I will give you one more option. Bhagavan is very compassionate. He says that, what is that? अभ्यासेप्य समर्थोसि मत्कर्म परमो भव मदर्थमपि कर्माणि कुर्वन् सिद्धिमवाप्स्यसि. If you are unable to practice what was told above, that is, do abhyasa yoga by some way, and you are saying, which way should I? Then I go to Kundalini master, then I go to Kriya Yoga master, then I go to ISKCON master, then I go to Vedanta master, and come back. I'm more confused now which one to follow. Doesn't that happen to us because we keep looking at YouTube again and again? Some person says karma is the best way. If you read Bal Gangadhar Tilak, karma is the way. That was what was required at that time. We are in freedom struggle. That's why he wrote that way. You think he didn't know what was the secret of Bhagavad Gita? But he wrote it that way because to mobilize the masses for the freedom struggle. See? So here he says, if you are unable to do Abhyas Yoga also, then you be intent on performing all the required actions for me. Don't do it for yourself. This is the third. Do it for me. Whom do we do our actions for? For my family. If I don't do it for family, what will people say? That is the problem. Therefore, I am doing it for my family. Therefore, I am doing it for my parents. Therefore, I am a dutiful son or a dutiful husband or a dutiful wife or a dutiful child. I am not doing it for Lord. I gave one example about myself in yesterday's class. I am not repeating it. You listen. So, we are performing, we cannot stop performing actions in life. So if you have to perform actions, you do it for the Lord. When we started the class, good morning. So when we started our class, how did we start? So now I am going to speak. But Swamiji, that is a ego trip. You are going to speak. I thought satsang is always God is speaking. Correct or not? See, in Vyavhar, you will use this language that I am speaking. But what is in your heart? Lord. And there are some masters, like this young one. Isko dekh ke yaad aaya mere ko. She doesn't say, I am going to school. She says, Vaidehi will go to school now. Vaidehi will wear the shoes now. Vaidehi wants to take bath now. Vaidehi will take holiday now. She doesn't say, I will. Still body identification hasn't taken place. Right? Say yes. Smiling. So, all children are like that. But we then train them, this is my bonjela. Then she will say, bonjela, what is this? Something nice color? This is mine. No, I'm mine. And then fight begins. And slowly, they start learning mine and yours, mine and yours. And they keep getting programmed till they come to a satsang when they grow up. And there they are told, "Hore, yaar, you have to give up your mind. Hore, I was like that when I was a child." Again, we have to retrace our steps, give up everything that we have called mine in order to be happy. अरे देखो कैसा मजा कैसा है. So if we cannot stop this language of me and mine and you and yours, etc., then while all that is going on, offer everything to the Lord. Offer everything to the Lord, good and bad, initially. But eventually, as you do that, then here Bhagavan is saying, whatever are the required actions. What are the required actions? That which are prohibited actions, you don't offer to the God. Desire-oriented action, desire-prompted actions, you don't offer to the God. Then what actions we have to offer to the God? Wherever we are placed by God at any given moment, something is going on. Right now, what is the activity you are doing? Sitting, listening, seeing, and in between thinking about something else. Offer it to the Lord. At this moment, this is going on. See, keep, and again, listen to today's lecture. When you do it, when you offer everything to the Lord, what will happen eventually after you do it for few weeks, few months? Your attention will be on the Lord, your attention will not be on the action. That is what we want eventually, isn't it? That's what the first verse told, that place your mind and intellect in me. If you are performing actions here, because we are still body identified, we can't straight away think of God in the first verse, so that we have come here. Some people are action oriented. What can you do? It is like that. Some people are emotion oriented, some people are intellect oriented, some people are kriya oriented. So here he is saying, if you are action oriented, perform all the actions for my sake. When do you perform actions before your sake? Initially it will begin, before, during, eventually it should come to, before the action begins, you offer it to the Lord. During the action, you remember the Lord. At the end of the action also, you remember the Lord. When that starts happening, whenever it happens, your attention will be on the Lord, not on the action. Activity is going on. Do you keep thinking all the time, I'm breathing? Activity is going on, no? When you are walking, I have to go from here to there, to that door. I decide, I go. Do I keep thinking, oh, I have to put, now should I put right leg or left leg? Nothing. Automatically, I have made a decision, activity happens. My attention is not on activity, my attention is on the destination. Many times you must have seen, when you are driving, you reach the destination after 3.5 hours and you're still happy. That was our yesterday's story. But sometimes it's a very long journey, but it seems as if we have reached just like that. Because our attention was not on the challenges or obstacles that were on the way. Your attention was, you are alert while driving, but your attention is on the destination. So you know all this. We are just reminding you, Bhagavad Gita is reminding you, so that you function in this manner. So you can perform actions, initially perform actions for the Lord. What will happen afterwards? Lord will become primary, action will become secondary. Initially, action was primary, Lord was secondary, because we remembered him afterwards. See, अभी ये इतना भी shift, if this shift also comes in your within yourself, Bhagwan will make you free from Mrityu Sansara Sagarat. Continuing, some people are very creative. They say, this is also very difficult. So Bhagwan says, I'll give you one more option. Because he has to look from Bhagavad Gita, in Bhagavad Gita, he is taking care of all types of people. Not only Arjuna. Through Arjuna, he is catering to all the mindsets. So here he says, अथै तदप्य शक्तोऽसि कर्तुं मद्योगमाश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं ततः कुरु यतात्मवान्. The last one he says is resorting to yoga if you are unable to do even this, which was karma yoga, or offering all the karma at the feet of the Lord, or do the karma for the Lord. If you are not able to do it, he says, at least do this much, that you do the action and renounce the fruit of action to me, or what, meaning what? Whatever the result comes, which is a ego has performed some action, the result will be there, renounce it to me, take it as a prasad of the Lord. At least do this much. So पहले में क्या, the previous verse, what did it say? Perform actions for my sake. Here what is it saying? Perform the action and renounce the result to me. Don't worry about the result. Meaning, take the result as prasad. And once you start doing this, and in everything, there will be some result in every action. Slowly, 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 when our mind, again I will repeat, today also I said it's the same thing, that our mind works only with thoughts. And the thoughts in our mind are only from two places. Where? Past and future. In the present moment, here and now, there can be no thoughts in your mind. They are only from past or future. When you start renouncing the result, less anxiety, no panic, no expectation, automatically the thoughts in your mind with reference to all this are becoming less and less. And when we are performing any action, if I am performing this action of giving talking on Bhagavad Gita chapter 12, and I say, oh, will I be able to do a good job? Will I not be able to do a good job? Will the people understand? They are looking like this. Some are smiling at me because I am being a monkey, or are they smiling because something is clicking on them? I have all these doubts, and I am expecting certain numbers, and I am expecting some responses. I am digging a grave for myself in my mind. Outside and inside, I will be a mess inside. But when we renounce the actions and take everything, that whatever is the fruit, not renounce action, renounce the fruit. We take the fruit as the prasad of the Lord, and every moment it's coming to us. Our commitment to the action becomes 100%. Majority of the times we decide to do something, our mind is only thinking about the result, and action, work that has to be done, it suffers because you are not available. You are thinking of the result. फिर एक्सीडेंट हो जाता है. So यहाँ पे you keep this, and once you start doing this, the thoughts in your mind about the future, about the results, they will become less and less. Less thoughts in the mind is mind with less thoughts is a purified mind. Mind with less thoughts is a single pointed mind. Mind with less thoughts is an expanded mind, creative mind. And slowly, 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 in 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagwan says, first one he said, Karmanyevadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Similar thought is being told here. Then in the 3rd chapter, what did he say? More important, when the mind expands and becomes purified, this ability in it comes automatically. That he stops thinking about the action, and he realizes, such a mind realizes, the intention behind the action is more important than the action. Why am I doing a particular action? Is my intention to please you, to convert you, to what is it? So action is not important anymore. So a doctor has a knife, a murderer has a knife. Both have diametrically opposite intentions. Both cut, but one cuts for healing and the other cuts for killing. So, what is your intention behind your thoughts? What is your intention behind your speech? What is your intention behind your actions? Actions happen at these three levels: manasa, vacha, kaya. What is your intention? Keep refining it. How? By performing everything, renouncing the action, or as you keep come to your attitude, intention, you'll say, yeah, why am I doing it? I'll offer everything to the Lord. That point will come automatically in your mind. So in this way, Bhagavan has given 4 different. First was, place your mind and intellect. With the mind you love, with the intellect you have faith in the Lord, you trust the Lord, you are making a firm resolve, and then you just dive into the Lord. If you are not able to do that, Bhagavan said, do Abhyasa Yoga. If you are not able to do that, he said, perform work as an offering to me. If you are not able to do that, he said, perform work, but don't expect the result, or offer the result to me, means whatever the result comes, take it as a prasad. With this was till verse number 11. Kitna time ho gaya? Give me 10 minutes. I will quickly do the summary of the rest of the verses. Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasat jnanat dhyanam vishishyate dhyanat karma phala tyagaha tyagat shantiranantaram. He is telling here that the practice of knowledge is the practice of knowledge, the practice of meditation, the practice of renunciation of fruits of action, these 4 that we just told you, don't think that one is a the top one, Mayeva Mana Adatsva, is better than renunciation of the fruit of action. It is nothing like that. You find out, are you body oriented? Are you action oriented? Are you love oriented? Are you intellect oriented? You will find within you where you are. It is not higher level or lower level. All the paths, all the 4 ways will lead to the same goal, which is to merge into the divine. It's just that the first one was already purified or had made a firm resolve, so he could straight away apply his mind and intellect to the Lord. And the last one, he is more action oriented, so he has to do a little bit more of hard yaka, bit more of hard work. And as a result of that, he will purify. When he purifies, his mind will automatically fall in love with the Lord and become fixated on the Lord, and he'll eventually come to the first Mayeva Mana Adatsva. So in this way, Bhagavan has given that don't get into, don't think that renunciation of action is for the lower ones, and application of the mind and intellect is for the higher. No, not like that. All are equal. Nothing like Brahma, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. All are equal. It is the politicians who have made them higher and lower. Every society needs all the 4. All the directions are equal. Just because, or all the prana, apan, vyan, udan, saman, all the 5 breaths, because udan vayu goes upwards, I think that is more holy. If that is more holy, keep breathing, keep taking the air upwards. Then what will happen for defecation? There will be a total logjam. And then what will you do? You need all of them. You have to find where you fit in. And these options are given so that we can work on ourselves wherever where we find ourselves. It's not that all the time we are very clear minded. Sometimes we are very, very work oriented. So, but keep these points in mind so that our and this we will keep all these points in mind only when we have a clear resolve that we want to merge in the Lord. Because sometimes people take the name of the Lord and they say nothing is happening. Some people want to meditate and they say we have meditated so many years but nothing is happening. Why? Because they are doing wrong thing at the wrong time. Maybe they are not meant to do that. So here he says, now Bhagwan is giving, kahan gaya yaar? Aaja. Haan, here. Here he says, in short I'll tell this, Adveshta sarva bhutanam maitra karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankaraha samadukha sukha kshami santushta satatam yogi yatatma druda nishchayaha mayarpita mano buddhihi yo madbhakta same priyaha. So here are the different signs of a devotee. And what are they? That he is adveshta, he doesn't hate anyone. Sarva bhutanam means nothing in this creation. He is a friend of everyone. He is compassionate towards all. Nirmamo, there is no mindness in him. Nirahankara, there is no arrogance in him. Samadukha sukha kshami. He is equanimous in all the joys and sorrows that are coming towards him. You don't create joys and sorrows. Joys and sorrows come. And then kshami, he is having the forgiveness, even those who are enemy to him, those who are ill-treating him, he is forgiving them. That is the sign of a devotee we are talking about. Then santushta, he is ever content. Santushta satatam yogi. Such a yogi is ever, satatam, continuously, regularly, without a break. He is content within himself, meaning he has no unreasonable desires outside. Needs के लिए तो ठीक है, but he is content. आ गया तो ठीक है, नहीं आया तो भी ठीक है. And yatatma drudha nishchayaha, and he is committed to the Atma with a firm resolve that I am going to realize the self or merge myself into the divine, the self into the divine. And to do that, mayarpito mano buddhihi. Again, first verse, remember the first option? Mai arpita mano buddhi. He offers his mind and intellect. Such a devotee offers his mind and intellect to me. And such a devotee is very dear to me. If he is showing all these signs, if we are devotees, if we are satsangis, if we are, your group is called what? Jivan Mukta. तो फिर ये सब points, ये सब symptoms आने चाहिए. Now don't take these symptoms, adveshta, but she just screamed at the other person. No, these have to be applied on ourselves. It is not to judge other people, it is to work on ourselves. And if as a regular satsangi, you chant Vishnu Sahasranam, you chant Ganpati Adharva, so many things, your Lalita Sahasranam, all this chanting, if it is not dissolving your personality, then we are going the wrong way. It must dissolve. It must make your heart expand. And that expansion of the heart is all these points that were told. Adveshta sarva bhutana, maitra karu, you are friendly to everyone, compassionate towards everyone, empathetic towards everyone, without any I and mine, and you don't react to sukha dukkha, etc., etc. Forgiving everyone. There is no iota of ill will towards anything or anyone. Why? You don't have time to think that way. Your mind is totally merged or continuously, taila dharavat, like an oil flow, continuously thinking of the Lord. Mind also, intellect also. Where's the time for the world to come in? If there is duality, then where there is duality, where there is differences, where there is sense of otherness, there me, you will come. But here his attention is only his mind and intellect. Mai arpito manobuddhi. The devotee has offered his mind and intellect at the feet of the Lord to merge into the Lord. So for him, the transformation starts happening. He sees the whole world as the Lord only. Or how does the Lord see the world? I told you before. The Lord sees the whole world as the self only. So there's no separation, no differences. All problems begin where there are differences. So if we are satsangis, we must move in this direction. Continuing. It's okay now if I take few more minutes? We'll conclude it. Where are we? Then he says, too much explanation. Yasmanno dvijate loko, lokanno dvijate chayah, harshamharshabhayodvegaihi, muktoya sachame priyaha. Now this is again the signs of if these are happening, then you are not a devotee. What is that? He by whom no being gets agitated and who is not agitated by any being and who is free from joy, anger, fear and perturbation, he is dear to me. Today his daughter asked me, this is the discussion we are having now. Have the peace of mind. Have peace of mind. She said, I am meditating. I told her, meditation is, maybe you all are also meditating sometime or the other. Don't meditate. Don't meditate. But Bhagavad Gita also said that. But Bhagavad Gita also said that have love towards everyone, be compassionate towards them, see everyone as your own self. Do you do that? No, but that will come after meditation. No, it must come before meditation. When that happens, then meditation happens. You got it upside down. So here Bhagavan is saying that the first, in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, the first step is yama. Yama niyama. Then comes asana. Meditation is last. Last. Dharana, dhyan, samadhi. The samadhi is meditation. But people want to do meditation first. They don't want to do the first part. What is that? Do not disturb the world by thought, word and deed of yours. So don't think bad about anyone, don't speak bad to anyone, don't do any actions to hurt or manipulate anyone. This is first. If you are not doing it, people are still doing it. Don't get disturbed by what other people do. By their thoughts, by their words and by their deeds. So this is yama. When you are undisturbed by the world, then your attention has to go somewhere. Now world is not disturbing you. Attention comes to you. Then you start living a disciplined life. You don't get disturbed by your own thoughts, by your own habits, by your own speech. Why did I speak like that? Chalo, kya karu? Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. So don't become a challenge to yourself. So live a disciplined life. Then, if you do these 2 points to the T, you don't have to do rest of the steps of Ashtanga Yoga. अपने आप आसन भी लग जाएगा, स्थिर सुखम आसन, स्थिर सुखम, स्थिर सुख आसन. So asana is not sitting still and eyes closed. No, it says sthira sukham. He who is sitting in happiness is truly sitting. That is asana. Not all the monkey animal poses. So sitting in happiness. So when you are not disturbed by the world, you are not disturbing the world, you are not disturbed by your own habits and your own thoughts and your own actions, you are happy. Inner pull will come, and whether you are on a chair or lying in bed or sitting in a Padmasana or a Sukhasana or a Vajrasana, it does not matter. When the pull comes, just like when the sleep comes, it doesn't matter where you are. You just, sometimes I go for cycling and all. When I come back, I'm tired and I get up early. And when I'm in the afternoon, I get tired. I'm sitting. If I don't get a chance to get to my bed, वहाँ पे बैठे बैठे फटाफट एक पावर नैप हो जाता है. When it comes, it comes. You, नहीं यार, I need to only lie down and then sleep. It isn't. So same way, when you are doing yama niyama correctly, the pull comes from inside. And then you are in meditation. There and then. Then you don't have to do pranayam, then you don't have to pratyahar, then you don't have to dharana. हो गया सब कुछ. But if नहीं हमको I have to do something, how can it be so simple? अब फिर लगे रहो. Then you catch the nose like this. We are giving, Bhagavad Gita is telling you catch the nose like this. It's that simple. Do the first step. And you know, oh, how can it be that simple? We have to do something. अच्छा लगे रहो. Our Parshuram ji, he went to one Matanga Muni. When he stopped Ramchandra ji, and Ramchandra ji took the Narayan Dhanush from him, and he said, what do I do with this arrow? He said, take away my ability to move at the speed of thought. He took it away. He went to Matanga Muni. Went to Mandarachal. He says, now what should I, so what is there to achieve? He says, Brahman. Where do I find Brahman? Madhamuni says, you are Brahman. Without doing anything, I am Brahman. He says, nahi. He says, yes, you are right. You have to do something. But I am not the teacher to teach you that, Go to Dattatreya Bhagwan. तो थोड़े किलोमीटर्स पे दत्तात्रेय भगवान थे. तो भगवान के पास दैट व्हाट इज द वर्दी गोल टू अटेन ब्रह्मन. एंड आई आस्क्ड मतंग मुनि, फर्स्ट ही कंप्लेन, आई आस्क्ड मतंग मुनि एंड ही सेड आई एम ब्रह्मन. इज इट दैट सिंपल? नहीं. ही अंडरस्टूड. इफ समवन इज आस्किंग, यू मेक हिम go through the suffering only to come out of it. So he said, no, you have to climb this Mandarachal mountain, and you have to wear minimum clothes, only langot, and then you have to dig the soil with your own fingers from the mountain, and with that you have to go to the river, take some water, then mix the mud with the water, and then you make a Tripura Sundari, and then you make breakfast, lunch and dinner for her, but you eat only one meal a day, only little bit. You put her to sleep, but you don't go to sleep. You keep chanting her name. After 12 years, that is why it said one tapas. After 12 years, Parshuram ji, suddenly he came to thinking, man, I dug the mud, I made the statue, I am making her to an inert object, I am giving breakfast, lunch, dinner, and I am not eating anything. She doesn't even know if I am chanting, but मैं लगा हुआ हूँ त्रिपुरा सुंदरी का नाम, भगवान का नाम लेते हुए. With that doubt, he came down to Dattatreya Maharaj. He says, who is more important, that Tripura Sundari or me? He said, you. Then, where is the God? He said, you. That's what the first fellow said. See, this is our lot. This is our lot. So why did he accept? Because he didn't want to do 12 years again. Okay, I accept. See. So in this way, he says, and such a person that he was not agitated, and if we are satsangis, we have to be exemplifying these qualities of not disturbing the world, not getting disturbed by the world. And in such a person who is having this type of disposition, the shadow vikaras, the kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, anger, greed, jealousy, envy, hypocrisy and arrogance, they cannot even raise their hood. They become obliterated from your system. And with this, we come to the 16th verse. Only 4-5 verses left. Anapeksha shuchir dakshaha udasino gatavyataha sarvarambha parityagi yo mad bhakta same priyaha. Now another group of symptoms is given, that he is such a devotee. He has no expectations from himself or from outside in the world, from anyone. He is unconcerned and untroubled and renouncing all new action for the pleasure and prosperity. My devotee, such a devotee is dear to me. It means sarvarambha parityagi. Sarvarambha, all new beginnings. Parityagi, he gives up all new beginnings. Think how many things we start. I think I'm talking about myself. You can see what you do in your life. First time when I went to Australia, my parents' house was there and the bathroom was very old. So sarvarambha. So inspired. अपना घर है, पहली बार देखा है इतना बड़ा घर. नहीं तो we were living in a flat in India and I was in Europe only in a small room in a loft somewhere, and यहाँ पे suddenly so big. I will do this, I will do that. I quickly took out all the old tiles from the bathroom and from the floor in the bathroom, and it remained like that for 3 years. सर्वारंभ परित्यागी. अरे यार शुरू जब नहीं आता तो मत करो ना, पर कर लिया तो उसका भोग. एवरी डे फॉर 3 years दे वेर आफ्टर. कब शुरू कर रहा है, कब खत्म कर रहा है. See, so we get into business, we get into relationships, we get into work, we get into we commit ourselves. No, I'll do it. After I will do it, उसके बाद अरे nobody is helping, only I am doing it. You start judging others. Why did you open your mouth? So, as the devotee does not begin any new project in life. As a ego prompted or desire prompted activity, he doesn't begin. It does not mean that there are great devotees like Sai Baba, he has put a party, everything. It is not out of desire. It is how it is manifesting out of him. The siddhis that masters have, it's not that they want to show to people, I can do this. Not everyone. The true masters, they don't want to show. But in certain circumstances, they just manifest out of them. You see? But today, what do you see? This example came today or yesterday, that we want to do pranic healing to other people. We want to do Reiki to other people. Did God tell you to go and help them? Are you qualified to teach them? Because you did a 2-month course or 6-week course, are you ready to take that challenge of healing other people? And initially you get 1 or 2 results. Okay, I can heal. Now I will. और फिर बाद में सारी प्रॉब्लम्स आनी शुरू हो जाती हैं लोगों की. डू नॉट. भगवान ने लॉर्ड हैज क्रिएटेड द क्रिएशन, लेट हिम हैंडल हिज क्रिएशन. व्हाई यू? देन व्हाट आई शुड डू? You perfect yourself. You become a fit instrument so that Lord can manifest through your heart and mind. You be a fit instrument. And that's what chapter 12 is all about. And when you become a fit instrument, Lord is expressing through you, manifesting through you. Automatically, it is not that you are cultivating these qualities, they will automatically express out of you. So, so we have told all this. Then another set of qualities are being told. That, what is that? यो न हृष्यति न द्वेष्टि न शोचति न कांक्षति शुभाशुभ परित्यागी भक्ति मान्य समे प्रियः. Who is this devotee who is dear to me? He who neither rejoices nor hates, neither grieves nor desires, who has renounced attachment and aversion in good and evil deeds, and thus is devoted only to me. Such a devotee is dear to me. Did in chapter 2 not Bhagwan say, Samadukka same krutva labha labho jaya jo tato yuddhaya yuddhasva na shochati na kankshati? Exactly the same thing he is saying again. अरे उस समय क्लिक नहीं हुआ. Then I wouldn't have to read all the 10 chapters extra. उस समय क्लिक हो जाता तो बढ़िया था. Same thing he told there. But अर्जुन के सर के ऊपर से चला गया था. So now he is repeating the same thing here. So that don't rejoice nor hate. Then what to do? Remain equanimous, remain in balanced mind. Don't get too excited in life, don't get too sad in life or depressed in life. When things are conducive, we are happy. When things are not conducive, we are sad. Remain undisturbed. See, understand, this is the way the life is. It is always in a wave. All the time. Life is a wave. Straight line कब आती है? Deathbed पे. It's not a life is not a straight line. It's ऊपर नीचे होता रहेगा. Enjoy. Learn to surf. Learn to surf through life. You learn to negotiate through traffic. Learn to surf through ups and downs of life. And the way to do it is you must be a good surfer. And what is that? What is that surfing? You are above the ups and downs of the waves. You are skirting them on the top, and that is called equanimity. You are not allowing anything to affect you too much. And with this way, such a devotee is very dear to me. And he continues, समशत्रौ च मित्रे च तथा मानापमानयोः शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु समसङ्गविवर्जितः तुल्या निन्दास्तुतिर्मौनी सन्तुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेतस्थिरमतिः भक्तिमान् मे प्रियो नरः. He who is alike means the same to a foe and a friend. He in honor and dishonor. He who is alike in cold and heat. Remember I told you the Shadurmi is on the retreat. At the body level, what are the challenges? Heat and cold. So don't react. It's so cold. I hate cold. Then summer comes. I hate summer. What do you love then? Huh? Remain undisturbed. ठीक है, जैसे है सब ठीक है. So at the body level, what are the challenges? Heat and cold. At the breath level, what are the challenges? Hunger and thirst. When the breath, because of the breath, hunger and thirst is created. At the mind level, likes and dislikes, raga, dvesh, which lead to joys and sorrows. So don't have to remain equanimous towards likes and dislikes. Don't create likes and dislikes. Just accept. You don't have to say, I like Prakash. Or I don't like this. You create a division. Remain चुपचाप. अगर ये भी बोला I like Prakash more than you, again division. अच्छा नहीं, I like both of you equally. अच्छा पहले तो कुछ बोल दिया, अभी बोल दिया. नहीं, remain. मुंह मत खोलो यार. चुप. सब कुछ करो, चुप रहो. That is equanimity. Keep your thoughts. That's why Lord Shiva is Neelkantha. Why is Neelkantha? The world, that the poison comes from the world, he holds it in his throat. He doesn't spit it out. If he spit it out, the whole world will burn. It takes us so many years to make friends. One word, and the relationship is gone. Just here in London, I went to someone. They said, Swamiji, I said something and my brother is not speaking to me for last 21 years. And she started crying. What to do? Became emotional. मैंने कहा होता है. फिर कहते मैं क्या करूं? मैंने कहा तुम्हारे भगवान कौन से हैं? कहते हैं मेरे भगवान सब है, कृष्ण है, ये है. तो मैंने कहा उनको ऑफर कर दो. You stop trying to work it out. Let him work it out. She says, nobody told me that. I said, okay, that's why I come here. See? Then at the mind level was raga, dvesh, sukha, dukkha. Likes and dislikes which lead to joys and sorrow. At intellectual level, honor and dishonor. Someone will honor you, someone will dishonor you. Someone will insult you, someone will praise you. Don't get carried away by it. Don't get carried away by it. So Mahatmas, they can be living in palaces or they can be living in jhuggi jhopdi. It does not matter to them. It does not matter to them. So here same thing is being told. be alike to a friend or foe, honor and dishonor, heat and cold, favorable and unfavorable circumstances, in pleasure and pain, who is free from attachment. Again, he is saying he is free from attachment, who holds blame and praise equally. People are blaming you, praising you, remain equanimous, don't react. Who is thoughtful, contented with any means of substance, whatever comes, that is sannyas bhav. Whatever comes, no expectations. भिक्षा मिल गई तो खा लिया, नहीं मिली तो नहीं खाया. स्पाइसी भिक्षा खा लो, वेरी स्वीट भिक्षा ऑल्सो खा लो, थोड़ा सा. फिर बॉन्जेला चाहिए होता है. But this is how it is, no complaints. They have given it with love. We also ate it with love. So no, whatever comes your way, accept it. No demand. Some ammas have asked me, what do you like to eat, Swamiji? I eat everything. No, tell us, I eat your brain. Who has no attachment to his body and his abode and his abode. So no attachment to this body, and abode means house. But for a sannyasi, abode is this house only. For many uncooked sannyasis. So no, don't get attached to body, don't get attached to your bed, don't get attached to your pillow, don't get attached to your sheet, don't get attached to your, I only like my wife's cooking. What about others? नहीं ठीक है, but I love. If she cooks, only then I'll eat. बाकी अभी कहीं पे था, कहाँ पे, दुबई में. If she's listening, you can laugh. So she said, so after the satsang was over, we had our dinner and we are sitting. This was at 11 o'clock at night. And she said, Swamiji, can I ask you something? I said, okay. बड़ा seriously, मैंने कहा क्या पूछने वाली है? She said, Swamiji, this morning I made breakfast and I was preparing the hall for the evening satsang, and I told my husband that, hey, I made the breakfast, you take your breakfast, and I'm busy with preparing the hall. He said, you know what he said? I said, no, I don't know. He said, only when you give it to me in a plate, then I'll have breakfast. If you don't give it to me, I will eat it from outside. And you know, Swamiji, what he did? He ate it from outside because I didn't give it to him. I कहा यार तू भी पक्की है. So is it not his ego trip? Question is it not his ego trip? I said, what is yours then? She's ready to judge her husband. I said, didn't you think even once that he feels satisfied if his wife gives it, he wants it out with that love. But you're running, I'm wearing pants. Equal, 50-50. At least I made, now you wash dishes. So कभी-कभी we go wrong way, it's okay, हो जाता है, but you correct it. And this way.
What is the relevance of all these things in the materialistic, practical world we are living? You have to give up everything. We shouldn't love. We shouldn't attach too much to anything.
So which means
we are actually living in this world.
So which means from beginning till now you have not listened to what I said. you are focused on your question. I have told nowhere I have told that you have to give up anything. Nowhere Bhagwan has told that you should give up actions. Nowhere he has told you have to give up your family. Nowhere he has told you have to give up your job and children.
But don't take
What is he
seriously.
saying? What is he saying?
Don't take
Perform
things
all actions for my sake. Are you doing that? Nobody has said you have to leave everything.
No.
Nobody has said leave everything.
Yeah.
He gave you one option. Why you're taking only the top one? Take the third one.
Yeah.
Perform all actions for my sake. Do that. If this question, I can't leave everything, take the other option. Nobody is saying do the top one.
Abhyanga yoga, you said.
Hey?
Abhyanga, the third one.
Abhyas was second.
Yeah.
Third was performing all actions for my sake.
Yeah.
Fourth was renouncing the fruit of action. So if that is, I can't remember God, then do the fourth one. So why we have to think only of the highest? Bhaiya, look at yourself, where you stand, apni औकात पहचानो. You understand औकात? Find out where you stand in life, in your own mind, in your own eyes. Where do you stand? Be truthful that these are my shortcomings, these are my desires, these are my inclinations, and take, after having assessed everything, we all want to aim for the highest. Arey bhaiya, but if you are qualified only for the first one, then you don't attempt the highest or the intellectual level. First you purify the gross, then you purify the subtle, then you purify the mental and intellectual. But you straight away jump into the intellectual without having even sorted out the ground level, that it's going to lead to only frustration. Then such questions come. So, and this is, we also ask those questions to our Swami. Ek pada. Verbal. And what was that? Find out the answer for yourself. You are getting the answer from me, but you have to make it your own. Understand it. It is so difficult to live. It is what is this is practical. It is not practical because we have not made a firm resolve in our heart that our goal of life is liberation. Our goal of life is to live in Lord, to be one with Lord. For us, the resolve is my duties, my family, my children, my jobs, my pains, my heat, my cold, my heater not working, my cooler not working, my आज सब्जी इतनी महंगी हो गई, आज pound इतना गिर गया. This is our resolve. Our resolve is not on that come what may, I am not going to forget the Lord. So correct yourself. So in this way, and firm in his mind, that man full of devotion. So such a person who is having all these qualities that we just told you, and in his mind is full of devotion towards me, is very dear to me. Again and again, all these are the signs of the bhakta. The Bhagavan is telling Arjuna. Continuing just 2-3 verses more. Where are we? हाँ, ये तो धर्म्यामृतमिदं यथोक्तं पर्युपासते श्रद्धाना मत्परमा भक्तास्ते जीतीव मे प्रियाः. And those who with faith hold me as their supreme goal and follow this nectar of wisdom, the law or the doctrine that is given in this 12th chapter, such devotees are exceedingly dear to me. Now, how more clearly can Bhagavan tell us? That you please offer your thought, word and deed to me. And you are saying practical, this is the practical. You only function in this world, interact with this world with your thought, word and deed. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Then instead of, while you are doing it in the world, if you can't apply it because you have not found that space in yourself to be totally committed to the Lord, you may be doing it only 10-15 minutes in the morning and evening, maybe half an hour, maybe in satsang. But even in satsang, so many people are there, thoughts, adan pradan, exchange of thoughts is happening. Many times you think your thought is more important than others one, your thought is more sublime than the other one. All that is, throw it out. Till then what do I do? Come back, come to this point at least, that renounce the fruit of action, make your point and forget it. Then slowly, all actions will be performed for the sake of the Lord. Slowly, it will become a regular practice of thinking of the Lord because mind is purified. Then, or the ultimate, the mind and the love for the Lord is inculcated, and the complete trust in the Lord is there in our intellect. Now we have got no other theme going on through our mind other than that of the divine. This is the process he has given for all types of mind, not only one type of mind. You find out what is working for you. If it is not working for you, choose the next one. If that's not working, choose the next one. Four options are there. You will fit in somewhere. So, but you have to make the resolve. That Bhagwan cannot make the resolve for you. But when that resolve is made, intelligence is, thank you Bhagwan for making the resolve on my behalf. Don't take ownership of that resolve. Understand? Otherwise, फिर ego आ जाएगा. So in this way, and Bhagwan is saying that those who hold me as the supreme goal, he is the ultimate. Who else is there? And I have already told you in the beginning that Sagun Sakar is easier to contemplate on than the Nirgun Nirakar. So fall in love with him. Continuing, not only fall in love with him, trust him that he is and he will. Where are we? Okay, that's all. Om Tat Saditi Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Sambhade Bhakti Yogo Nama Dvadashodhyayaha. So with this we conclude the 12th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, which is the yoga, the yoga of devotion, in the 12th chapter of the Bhakti of the Bhagavad Gita. And in this way, these are just pointers. I hope you know, 1 hour, 1.5 hour, I covered everything. If you want to listen to detail for till the 15th verse, 14th verse, you can go to the YouTube and listen. And come tomorrow for our Vivek Chudamani, is it?
Yes.
They don't know what they want me to speak. I don't know what I'm going to speak. So come for the surprise. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Just sit quietly for a moment.